Should I? Yeah. Can I speak? Online students, can you hear me now? Yeah. Clear, right? Okay, let's do it. So, friends, Armor LLP is a newly established startup dealing in the manufacture of a revolutionary product, HDHMR, which is a substitute to a conventional wood and plywood. It is economical substitute for manufacture of furniture and home furnishing. It has been asked by a venture capitalist for an amount of funds required for setting up a plant and also the amount of circulating capital required. A consultant hired by the entity has advised that the cost of setting up the plant would be 5 crore. So that's the first number. Can we write down that in our basic data? Write down point number A, investment. Point number A, investment. Point number A, investment. All right. So what is the value of investment you get over there? 5 crore. Point number B, life. What is the life they have given over here? 1 year. Write down 1 year. Life, 1 year. Yes. Then they have told units to be sold is equal to how many square meters they are going to sell every year? 3 lakhs. So write down units. Units sold. Units sold. Units sold 3 lakhs. Next point, selling price. Everyone tell me how much is the selling price? 1000. Selling price 1000. Friends, from this, can we find out the sale value here itself? Write down the next point, total sale value. Total sale value. Total sale value. So how much is the total sale value? Can you please tell me? 30 crore, is it? Okay, 30 crore. All right. Now, friends, they have told raw material cost is given as how much over here? 200 per square meter. So write down the next point, raw material cost. Raw material cost. Raw material cost 200 per square meter. Okay. All right, friends. Next one, what labor cost? What about the labor cost they have told over here? 50 rupees per hour. 50 rupees per hour. Next point. Labor hours per square meter is also given. How much is the labor hours per square meter? 3 hours. Everyone tell me, did you get the answer as 3 hours over here? Okay, fine. Then they have told cash manufacturing overhead is how much? 75 per machine hour. So there are two types of hours. Labor hour is different, machine hour is different. So write down the next point. Cash manufacturing overhead. Cash manufacturing overhead. Overhead 75 rupees per machine hour. per machine hour. Is that turning out? Okay, I think you're done with this. Okay, next one. Machine hours per square meter is how much? 2 hours. Machine hours, machine hours per square meter is 2 hours. Two hours. Then selling and administration overhead. So you can put it as selling overhead. Selling overhead. How much is the selling overhead they have told over here? 250 rupees per square meter. Not done. We'll continue reading. Being a new product, the firm will have to give a longer credit period of how many months to its customers? 3 months. So write down the next point. Credit period. Credit period is going to be 3 months. 3 months. Then they are saying it will maintain a stock of raw material equal to how much percent of annual consumption? Okay, so write down the next one. Closing stock of raw material is equal to, closing stock of raw material is equal to 15% of annual consumption. 15% of annual consumption. Based on the negotiation with the creditors, the payment period has been agreed to be how many months from the date of purchase? 1 month. So write down credit period. Sorry, not credit period. Creditors payment period. Creditors payment period. Creditors payment period. So what is the creditors payment period that you will get over here now? Do you get the answer as 1 month? Cash and bank balance to the tune of how many lakhs is required to be maintained over here? 25 lakhs. Okay, so write down the next one. Cash balance required. Cash balance required. One doubt. On Zoom, I'm recording the class, but I'm not sharing my screen there. So will that whatever I'm thinking there, will it be recorded correctly? So normally when I do Zoom recording, I share my screen. So all the screen gets recorded. But here I haven't shared my screen, no. So whatever I'm thinking, will all this board, etc. will count? I mean, whatever I'm writing over here, all that will come because I did not share my screen in Zoom. Do you have a recording? If by chance this is not there, you please share that with me, okay? All right. All right, friends. Are you all done writing this in your books? Okay. I think till here we'll first do it. The next part is, about changing the credit terms, etc. That we'll read it separately. Let us first understand till here. I'll give you 1 minute. Read through the basic data till here. Understand the question. Then we will find out the hidden information one by one. Please go through it, friends. All right, friends. Now listen carefully. We have got the sale in square meters. How much is the sale in square meters? Everyone tell me. 3 lakh is the sale in square meter. Am I right? Okay, I'll just go down. In costing, you would have learned something called as functional budget, where you have a sale budget, production budget, raw material consumption. From raw material consumption, you get raw material purchase and labor. Same way here also, we have to first do those steps. Only then we can prepare a proper cost sheet over here. So friends, I will write down. You can write down working note number 2, analysis. In that, you write down Roman number 1, production budget. Do you know the formula for production budget? Sales are given. How much is the sales given over here? 3 lakh. Is it exactly 3 lakhs? Okay. 3 lakhs. To this sale, if I add closing stock of finished goods minus opening stock of finished goods, will tell me how much I am going to produce. In this question, finished goods is going to be how many months of sales have they told over there? 2 months of sales have they told like that? So it will be 3 lakh into 2 divided by 12. So can you tell me how much will be your closing stock of finished goods? 50,000. Have they told anything about the opening stock, friends? I think it's a newly started company, right? It's a newly established company. If it's a newly established company, will they have an opening stock? No, they will not be having an opening stock. Everybody clear with this part now? Okay, wait. I'm not able to draw here. That's okay, get more issues. Okay. Now I can do that? Okay, thank you. All right, friends, let's continue once again now. So, hold on. Fine. So we have reached here, right? 1 minute. What were we doing? Yes, production. So opening stock is going to be 0. So now tell me what will be your production that you are going to have over here? 3,50,000 square meters. Please write down this in your books. All right, friends, are you all done writing this in your books now? Okay, so once you are done with this, after we do a production budget, what is the next budget that we prepare over here, friends? We prepare the raw material consumption budget. So, what is the production that they have told over here that we got over here now? Is it 3,50,000 square meters? For consumption per unit, nothing has been mentioned over here. So we will assume it to be 1 square meter for every 1 unit of finished goods. If that is the case, how much will be your raw material consumed over here? 3,50,000 square meter. To this, if I add closing stock of raw material minus opening stock of raw material, automatically what will I get over here, friends? I will get the purchase of raw material. Okay, these are all learnt in your costing class, but they have applied all that concepts over here, unfortunately. So now tell me, how much have they told as the closing stock of raw materials? Everyone tell me. 15% of the annual consumption. So it will be 15% of what? 3,50,000. How much is 15% of 3,50,000? Do you get the answer as 52,500? Opening stock again over here will be 0. Okay, so tell me now, if that is the case, what will be your purchase of raw material? 4 lakh? 4,02,500. Now tell me, how much is the purchase price that they have given in the question? Is it 200 rupees per square meter? So can you tell me what is 4,02,500 into 200? 8 crore 5 lakhs. Should I zoom it? Okay. I believe all of you are clear so far. So we got the raw material consumption budget also. We got the purchase amount also we got over here. Correct? Next one, Roman number 3. Can I also find out what will be my raw material closing stock from this data now? How much is my raw material closing stock that we already found out over here? So it is going to be 52,500 square meter into how much, friends? 200 rupees per square meter. So now tell me, what is the answer you get over here? 1 crore 105 lakhs. One crore 5 lakhs. So friend, we got the sales budget, we got the production budget, raw material consumption is done, raw material purchase is done. Now what is the last budget that's supposed to come over here now? Labor budget. Now write down the next one, labor budget. Everyone interact and tell me, what is the production that we are doing over here? How many units are we producing? 3,50,000. What is the labor hours per unit they have told over here? 3 or 2? You're right. Or 2 is for machine hour, is it? Okay. So that will be 2 hours, 3 hours. So what is the total hours that you get over here? 10 lakh, 10 lakh 50,000 hours. Am I right? And what is the rate they have told over here? Rate is 50 rupees per hour. From this, can I find out my total labor cost? How much will be my total labor cost? Do you get the answer as 5 crore 25 lakhs? Five crore 25 lakhs. Everybody done writing this in your books now? Okay, so we got the labor budget also. I think now same way we can go and prepare a machine hour budget also, right? Because that will also be required is what I understand. Machine hour budget. That is how many hours, everyone tell me? 2 hours. So here the production is again turning out to be 3,50,000. And over here, your hours is turning out to be how many hours? 2 hours. So when you do like this, what is the answer that you get over here? Do you get the total hours as 7 hours? That's what I meant. 7 lakh hours. I don't think they have told you anything about the cost. Have they told about the cost over here anywhere? 75. Okay. Cash manufacturing overhead is 75 per machine hour, is it? Okay. So 75 rupees per machine hour is your cash manufacturing overhead. 5 crore 25 lakhs. All right, friends. Everybody done? Can I go to the next part now? Okay. Once you're done with this, now I can confidently prepare a cost sheet. Tell me, friends, what is the okay? What is the format of cost sheet? Do you know? Please tell me the format of cost sheet. Direct material, direct labor. Hold on. Prime cost. Am I right? Prime cost. Little bit stucking. Is that okay? Is it normal? That's all? Okay. Prime cost. Then what will you have? Factory overhead, factory cost. Am I right? After factory cost, what happens over here is that factory cost, then you have administration overheads. Am I right? But here I don't think they have given you any administration overhead. Then you get the cost of production. Here you will go and do what? Add closing stock of finished goods less opening stock of finished goods. Once we do that, then we get the, then you call it as multiple terms. I call it as cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. From cost of goods sold, then what will happen? You will add selling overhead. That's exactly what I meant. Normally we add closing in the budget. Here it is the other way around. Okay. I was checking if you are sleeping or not sleeping. Then you have cost of sales. After cost of sales, what will come over there? Profit. And finally, what will you get over here? Sales. Now tell me, how much is the direct material that you got over here? 8 crore is the purchase. In the cost sheet, you show the raw material consumed. 7 crore. Okay. So I'll call it as 700 lakhs. What about direct labor? 5. Is it 525 lakhs that you got over there? Please go and search 525 lakhs. So your prime cost will turn out to be 1,225. Am I right? Okay. How much is the factory overhead we just found out? Again, it's 525. Okay. So now tell me what will be your factory cost? 1,750 lakhs. Am I right? Okay. From this 1,750 lakhs, administration overhead, nothing is given. It will be 1,750 lakhs. 650, is it? No, no, 750 is correct. That's what I meant, friends. My brain is also saturated now. 1,225, 525, 1,750. So you get 1,750 lakhs. This 1,750 lakh is for how many square meters produced? 3,50,000. Closing stock is how many months? Did we find out the closing stock earlier of finished goods? How much did we get? 50,000 was only in units. Am I right? So this 50,000, we have to now do what? We have to take the cost per unit over here. Correct? Okay, so when I'll do that in the next page, I'll just come down and write down over here closing stock of finished goods. You can write down this afterwards. Okay, please interact with me. What is the total cost of production that we got over here? 17.50 crore. Am I right? What is the total production that you have at this point? Is it 3.5 lakhs square meter? So now tell me, what is the cost per unit that you get over here? Is it 500 rupees per square meter? Correct. Now tell me, how much is your closing stock? 50,000 square meter. Am I right? Therefore, can you tell me what will be your total closing stock of finished goods value? Do you get the answer as 250 lakhs over here, friends? I'll give you time to write down that later. So that will be less closing stock only, right? Correct. Yes. 250. 250 lakhs. Opening stock over here is going to be 0. So once this is 0, what will be your cost of goods sold? 1,500 lakhs. How much is the selling overhead already told in the question? 250 per square meter. So tell me, friends, here what will be the formula? 250 per square meter into how many lakh square meters? Yes. Only 3 lakhs. Why? Because now you don't have any more production. So I think that will give you 7.5 crore or 750 lakhs. So do you get 2,250 lakhs as the cost of sales? And we got the sale value as how much? 30 crore we got earlier, correct? So what is going to be my profit over here? 750 lakhs. This is the first challenge. Please put this in your books. All right, friends. Are you all done writing this in your books now? Okay, can I go to the working note part now of the finished goods? All right, friends. I believe you're all done writing this in your books now. Okay. So I think once you're done with this part, let us read the remaining part of the question now. Okay. I think we are done till here. Now they have told that we have to give a credit period of how many months over here? 3 months. From this, can I find out the value of sundry debtors? Write down the next Roman number. Which was our Roman number right now? 6, is it? Okay, then put Roman number 7. Okay, debtors. So total you are having, if I'm not wrong, 3000 lakhs. Am I right? Of this 3000 lakhs, how much is the percentage of debt? 3 months credit? 3 by 12. So once you do like this, what is the value of debtors that you get over here? Do you get the answer as 750 lakhs? Please write down. This question only step by step solving is the best method, friends. All right. I believe you're all done. Okay, next part. After debtors, what is the next thing they have told over here? Maintain stock of material 15% of the annual consumption. I think that's already covered, right? Okay, then we took creditors payment period has been agreed to be how many months? 1 month. So creditors payable. Or here, how much is the purchase value that we found out over here, friends? Did we get the value as 805 lakhs? And creditors are going to be 1 month. So what will be the formula for that? 805 lakhs into 1 divided by 12. So tell me what is the answer you get over here? Is it 67 lakh 8,333? Please write down. Like this, step by step is the only way you can solve these problems. All right. Can I go to the next part now? What else have they told over here? Entity will hold finished goods. All the other expense are to be paid 1 month in arrears. All the other expense. Everyone tell me. Now we spoke about material. Apart from material, what are all the other expenses that they are talking about over here? 1 minute. I'll put other expense. So what are the other expense you have? Labor you have. How much is the labor expense? Can you tell me? Was it 525 lakhs? What is the other one? Manufacturing overhead. How much is the manufacturing overhead? 525. Any other expenditure? Selling. Selling is how much? 750. Add up these three. How much do you get? Yeah. Yeah. While calculating cost of sales, that's because the requirement is asking. That's why you're saying that, right? Generally, while calculating working capital, there are actually two theories are there. I'll come to that part. One theory is that you do it on the sale value because if I sell for 1 crore, if my debtors is 3 months, 1 crore into 3 by 12 is going to be my actual fund blocked. That is my real debtors coming in the balance sheet. But in some cases, for a conservative approach, what they do, they don't take the sale value. Instead, they take the cost of goods sold. So here the requirement is clearly asking cost of goods sold. That is the reason we are going to do it again. At that point, I will be reworking the whole thing. But when you do factoring, for example, you find out the debtors, you don't do it based on cost of goods sold, you do it based on the sale value because debtors are actually based on your sale value only. All right. Stock turn ratio also, when you do, you take the sales divided by debtor stock also, cost of goods sold. These are two theories. That's all. Okay. Right. Everyone interact with me now. So what is the total that you get over here now? 1,800 lakhs on this 1 divided by 12. How much is 1 divided by 12 on this? Do you get the answer as 150 lakhs? Okay. Now, friends, as he has told, in the requirement, they are asking on a cost basis. So here only we can do one thing. We can work out the debtors also on what basis? On cost basis. So if you are doing it on cost basis, can you tell me what was the total cost of sales that you got over there? Is it 2,250 lakhs into what? 3 divided by 12. So how much do you get like that? 562.50 lakhs. This is on sale value basis. No, no, no. I'm writing something else. Okay. Don't mix up. What we did now is cost basis. All right, friends. Are you all done writing till here in your books now? Okay. So once we get all these things, okay, we got the first part of the requirements are clearly available with us. From this, we can now go and prepare our working capital estimate. Am I right? Okay. So now I'll write down the next working note heading. Working capital estimate. So everyone tell me what and all will come in the working capital estimate. We will have to take our current assets and we have to take our current liabilities. Now tell me what and all will come as the current assets over here. Can you tell me? First, what will come? You have a raw material stock. Same way you are also having a finished goods stock. Then you are having debtors. And in current liability, what do you have? Oh yes, you have cash. Creditors you have, and then you have the expense payable. Here you will also have what? Cash. So tell me how much was your raw material stock? Everyone tell me. 1 crore 5 lakhs. What about finished goods? 250 lakhs. 562.50 lakhs. 25 lakhs. 67 lakh 8,333 and this one was 150 lakhs. All right. Can you tell me the numbers now? What is the total of current assets that you get over here? 42.5 lakhs. And what about current liability? 17.0833 lakhs. Net working capital? 25.4167. No, that's if I'm putting in lakhs, this point will come. Okay, friends. So are you all done so far? So we are done with the first part of the question until here. Now, can we read the next paragraph and analyze the next paragraph? Write down the next working note heading. Working note, sorry, basic data for situation 2. Basic data for requirement or Situation 2. The entity is also considering reducing the working capital requirement by using any one of the two options. What is option number 1? They are saying reducing the credit period to the customers, which will lead to reduction of sales by how much percentage? So write down point number A, option 1. Point number A, option 1. All right, in option 1, you write down reduce the credit period to 2 months. They're telling it reduce it by a month means what? It will come down to how many months? 2 months. 2 months. And sales will reduce by 5%. And sales will reduce by 5%. Okay, next one. Engaging with a factor for managing the receivable. So write down the next point, option 2. Option 2. Appoint a factor. Option 2. Appoint a factor. Okay, inside that you write down subpoint number 1. Subpoint number 1. How much is the commission he will charge? 2%. So write down factoring commission 2%. Factoring commission 2%. And also he will be advancing how much percent of the receivables? So write down subpoint number 2. Advance 65% of the receivable. Advance 65% of the receivable at how much percent per annum? 12%. Then they are saying this will lead to savings in administration and bad debts cost. So write down the next point, point number C. Sorry, subpoint number 3. Subpoint number 3. Savings in administration cost. Savings in administration cost. Savings in administration cost will be how much, friends? 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs. Next one, savings in bad debts. Savings in bad debts is going to be how much? 16 lakhs. So friends, now we have to analyze these two options. Shall we do it one by one? Okay, everyone interact with me. Earlier, how much was the credit period? 3 months. Now it has come down to, so my fund has been released for how many months? One month the fund has been released. Okay, so here I'll just go to the next page and we'll write down next to working note. Again, you write down analysis of situation 2. Analysis of situation 2. All right. In that, you write down point number A. Point number A. Current debtors. Everyone tell me how much is your current debtors? That was 2,250 into 3 by 12. Am I right? 562, 50,000. Okay. Now tell me what is going to be your revised debtors? 2250 into what will come over here now? 2 by 12. How much is this into 2 by 12? 3. Is it 375 lakhs? So now tell me how much is the fund released? That will be A minus B. 187.5. Wait, there is a difference coming in over here. 5% decreases. Okay, wait. When the sale decreases by 5%, selling price or sales volume? Sales means sales volume. So when the sales volume decreases, your material cost will also decrease. So we have to prepare a separate cost sheet for that first, I believe, right? Fantastic question, friends. Keep this pending. They got 21 lakh 37,000. Come on, friends, take a deep breath and interact with me. Directly 5% reduced. Will you get exactly the same thing? Hold on. No, not like that. When your sales decreases means your volume decreases. So when your volume decreases, your material cost will decrease. Labor cost will decrease. Manufacturing overhead, if it is variable, it will decrease. Fixed cost ideally should remain the same. Okay. I'm not sure how they have done it. We'll just cross check that. It's 2,250. Can you just tell me what is 2250 minus 5%? That's what they have done. So they have assumed that everything is variable. Fantastic. We will do it that way if that's the case. Okay. So you'll write down point number A, revised sales. Everyone tell me what will be a revised sales. Earlier it was 3,000 lakhs. Into how much percentage? 95%. So what is 3,000 lakhs into 95%? 2,850 lakhs. Point number B, revised. What are we trying to find out here? No, first you are finding out the cost of goods sold, right? Yeah, cost of goods sold. So that will be 2,000. Earlier, how much was the cost of goods sold? 2,000. 2250. Now I will do this into what percent? Into 95%. 2137.5. Everybody clear? Okay. Now I will write down over here current debtors. Fantastic. What is the current debtors? 2,250 into 3 by 12. Then I will write down revised debtors. That is 2137.5 into what? 2 by 12. Friends, here you can actually have different assumptions. So let's pray to God this doesn't come as an MCQ, because MCQ will have only one option, no? And you will get some other opinion. It will be very difficult then. So how much did you get as earlier debtors was how much? 5 lakh? 562.50 lakhs. And what about this one? 356.25 lakhs. So now tell me from this, how much is your fund released? 206.25 lakhs of your fund gets released. Okay. Now, here only we can also find out one more thing. Reduction in your profit. So friends, earlier how much was your profit? Can you tell me? Was it 750 lakhs? Now this profit will also come down by 5% if that is the case. So how much is 750 lakhs into 5%? Is it 37.5? Okay. So this is indirectly again you paying an interest. So I will find out effective cost over here will be 37.5 divided by 206.25. So how much percentage will you get over here? 18.18%. Beautiful question, friends. The next one is beautifuler. Friends, such heavy problems may not come in the exam, okay? So far, it doesn't come. Why are we doing is it? Relax. Let us finish this one at least. Next one we'll plan after this. All right. Are you all done writing till here in your books now? Okay. Can I go to the next part now? Imagine had I started my class with this question, none of you would have come back. That speed, everyone would have left this class. Next one. Friends, we have to analyze the factor now. Analysis of factor. Analysis of factor. Now, everyone interact with me. So, when you speak about the factor, here, point number one, you have a advance receivable. 65% is the advance. So, like we did in the previous question, can we do it over here, friends? Okay, so I'll write down. First thing will be debtors. How much is going to be your debtors in this scenario? I think you're appointing a factor means rest everything will be the same. The debtors will also be the same. How much is the debtors that you had in the earlier case? Can you tell me? 5 lakhs, 562.5 lakhs. From this, what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to reduce the factoring commission. Sorry, is there any reserve they have told over here? Any reserve they have told? No, nothing has been told over here, right? Okay, wait. They have not even reduced the commission here. They have flat taken the debtors and they have given the advance. So how much is the percentage of advance they have told over here, friends? Can you tell me? So it will be 65% of 562.5. There is nothing wrong if you do the earlier method that I taught you. What was the earlier method? Reduce the factoring. First, if the reserve is not there, reduce the commission balance on that interest, reduce that, and then you give the advance. That is also absolutely correct. 12 into. Wait. My dear friends, take a deep breath. Here, debtors are not taken on cost basis. Here, debtors are taken on the sale value basis. Beautiful question. How much was the debtors on sale value basis? Can you tell me? Was it 750 lakhs? So now tell me what is 750 lakhs into 65%? 487.5 lakhs. Okay, 487.5 lakhs. Everyone, please cool down. Please relax. Don't take tension. I will give you tips after this. Let this question get over first. Okay, 487.5. On this, you will charge what? Interest. Interest is charged at how much percentage? Everyone, tell me. 12% is per annum. Am I right? We are having a credit period of how many months over here? 3 months. Let's pray we get the same answer as per your RTP. How much is the interest you got? 14.625. 30 into 3 by 12. 30 into 3 by 12 is 750. 750 into 12%. Yeah, come again. What is the number you got? Please repeat once again. Okay, 1 minute. I think you're correct. Wait, I'll just remove this 3 by 12. What's the number you get? Yearly interest is this only, right? Okay, 14.65 is for 3 months. That is correct only. It's correct, friends. Okay. 58.5 lakhs. You just don't do 3 by 12. Earlier, why did we do 3 by 12 in the earlier question? Because we were trying to find out the amount of advance to be given. Here, there is no such adjustments required. Directly, you will get 58.5. Okay. Now tell me, how much is going to be your factoring commission? How much percentage is your factoring commission? Everyone tell me. It will be 2% of what? Of the total credit sales. That is 30 crore. So how much will you get over here in this case? Do you get the answer as 60 lakhs? So you get the answer as 60 lakhs. Okay. So now tell me, interest we found out, factoring commission also we found out. What is the total cost of appointing a factor? We can add up these two things, correct? Is that turning out to be 118.5? 118.50 lakhs. 118.50 lakhs. Now, what are the benefits of appointing a factor? How much is the administration cost savings you have told in the question? 20 lakhs and 16 lakhs. Can I directly add up and put 20 plus 16? So how much is the total that you get over here? Do you get the answer as 36 lakhs? That is also correct. So now tell me, what is your net cost? 82.50 lakhs. For this, how much is the advance received? We already got the advance earlier. I think no need to write down that again. And directly put the effective cost of factoring. Effective cost of factor. Okay. So how much will that turn out to be? 82.5 divided by advance, that is 487.50 lakhs. So do you get the answer as 16.92%? Please write down this in your books now. Just one more requirement and we are done with this question, friends. All right, friends. Are you all done writing till here in your books? So we are done with the factoring part also. Let's go to the final requirement of this problem. Write down the next working note. Basic data for situation number 3. Basic data for situation number 3. All right, friends. The entity is also considering, my dear friends, please keep quiet. The entity is also considering funding a part of working capital by a bank loan. For this purpose, bank has stipulated that it will be granting how much percent of the current assets as advance over here? 75% of current assets. So friends, did we already find out the total current assets earlier? How much is the total current assets? Everyone check and tell me. Total 942.5 lakhs. Therefore, your working capital loan will be 75% of, wait, 725.41 is your current assets. Come again. Have they told net current assets or it's net current assets? Sorry, friends, not total current assets. The word is net current assets. One word can make your life miserable. Okay. Now tell me. Tell me, friends, how much is the net current asset that you have? 725.41667 lakhs. Okay, so here it will be B into 75%. How much is B into 75%? Everyone tell me. 5,544,06,250. This is the working capital loan amount. Can you please write down this in your books? Beautiful question, friends. Beyond this, no question can come for your exam. Liana, exam point of view, first of all, I don't think a question like this would come up. If it comes also, you can invest around 30 to 40 minutes maximum. That's because it will come for how many marks? I don't think 10 marks. MCQ, no? How much is the marks per MCQ? 2. So into 4 means 8. So you have decided to skip already. My dear friend, so much hard work. What I feel is they will take some variation of this question and they'll put it. Maybe they'll break down the question, take one part, or they'll put it in the exam. Because I'll tell you one thing, the moment your brain tells skip, ICI also understands that. They will try to target that, but not in an elaborate manner. They will do some adjustments over here. So one time you do it, you will remember it. Then exam, once it comes, you will be able to cope it up. So are you all done writing this? 5 crore 44 lakhs. Final requirement, it is done. They say the bank has quoted an interest rate of how much percentage over here? With a condition of opening a current account. With it will require 10% of the loan amount to be the minimum average balance. What does that mean? No, not like that. Wait. See, read the last part again. Brain is stopped working only. This is easy. This question is easy. Just focus. See, bank has quoted how much percent interest over here, friends? 16.5% is the interest quoted by the bank. Okay. So if the interest is 16.5, ideally, if I take a loan of 100 lakhs, I should pay how much interest on that? 16.50 lakhs. But there is a condition that 10% of the loan amount has to go into what? Current account. So if I take a loan of 100 lakh, how much money I should put in the current account? 10 lakhs. So how much money will I get in my hands? 90 lakhs alone. So I'll just say, assume my loan amount is how many lakhs? 100 lakhs. So how much interest I have to pay over here? I have to pay an interest of 16.50 lakhs. Am I right? Okay, but net loan received. How much is the net loan received in my hands? 100 lakh minus 10, or that is equal to 90 lakhs. From this, can I find out what will be my effective interest over here? So I will have to pay 16.5 lakh of interest only on 90 lakh received. What is 16.5 divided by 90 lakhs? Over, friends. This question is over. Write down. We'll skip the 7th question. You will not have that energy. Instead, we'll do a ratio analysis problem and we'll pack up our session. Okay? That question, you will solve it yourself. For that also, brain not working. Perfect, friends. Are you all done writing this? Now, come on. The purpose of this question is starts now. Everyone interact with me now. Look up. Anticipated profit of the plant is how much? How much is the profit that you found out earlier? Come on, tell me. How much? 750 lakhs. Estimated current asset requirement in the first year. Debtors calculated at cost. That is the reason we do it at cost. Otherwise, debtors is always supposed to be on what? Sale value only. Okay. So now tell me, what is the current asset that you got over there? 942 lakh 50,000. Net to working capital. How much is the net to working capital that you got over here, friends? 725. Next question. Annualized percentage cost of the two options for reducing the working capital. Friends, we did debtors also, we did factoring also. Debtors, how much was the percentage that we got over there? Can you tell me? 16.92. And how much for the other one? 18.18. So can I say this is the answer? Okay, 1. Last one. What is the maximum permissible finance by the bank? What is the answer you got for that? Can you tell me? 544.06. Okay. And did we get the interest as 18.33%? Yes. So with this, we are done with this massive question, friends. All right. Let me now share one small story over here, normally which I share at the end of the class. Have you heard of a person called as Muhammad Ali? Who is Muhammad Ali? He is one of the greatest boxers that the world has ever seen. Friends, Muhammad Ali started boxing at the age of 16. At the age of 23, he reached the finals of his heavyweight championship. And when he reached at that phase, that is when people noticed him. 8 years effort, nobody knows. One performance and he became a superstar. When he went for the final match in the ring, that time he had an opponent standing next to him who was unbeaten for the last 3 years. That is the time when Muhammad Ali is going to fight against him. So friends, normally when anyone walks to the ring, they just come walk and they start fighting. Muhammad Ali was different. He never walked to the ring. He will start jumping left and right, walking, and he will keep on screaming, I am the greatest of all times. I am the greatest of all times. And then only he will enter the ring. After entering the ring also, he's a very restless fellow. He will never stop walking or stop talking. He'll go on talking. He's a very talkative guy. He will look at the opponent and go on. He'll start talking to him and tell him, come and fight me. I will break you down. Come and fight me. I will break you down. Then friends, when the match started, everybody thought this fellow is only doing show off. But friends, when the match started, Muhammad Ali actually did a beautiful performance. One is when somebody hits you, you should be able to protect yourself. Two, you should be able to hit back. Round number 1, Muhammad Ali did not hit the opponent. He was teasing the opponent. And the opponent was trying to hit him. He was so good at his reflexes that he was just moving his head and the other fellow was not able to hit him. That was actually frustrating the heavyweight champion. So first full round, he was teasing him. Is this all that you have got? Nothing more? Come on, try hitting me. Try hitting me. Third round, he started hitting back, friends, left and right. By the time he reached 7th or 8th round, he actually beat the opponent by way of knockout. What do you mean by knockout? Other fellow fell down. Counted till 10. He could not get up. That is the day when Muhammad Ali became a superstar. 8 years efforts, nobody saw. That one day, one performance, and he became a superstar. That is when somebody asked him a question. Mr. Ali, how many sit-ups do you take every day? So when normally this question is asked, we can give a reply that I take 10 sit-ups, 50 sit-ups, 25 sit-ups, 100 sit-ups, etc. But Muhammad Ali gave a beautiful reply. He said, I do not count my sit-ups. I start counting when it starts paining, because that is when it really matters. So what he said is absolutely right. If others do 50 sit-ups, he is also doing 50 sit-ups. Will he have any value? Others do 50 sit-ups. He does 55 sit-ups, just 5 sit-ups extra compared to what others do. That is when he actually creates a value for himself, because that is when it starts paining, and that is where you create an extra value for yourself. Start counting when it starts paining, because that is when it really matters. This rule is applicable not only to Muhammad Ali, this is applicable to each and every one of us sitting over here. If everyone studies for 5 hours, you also study for 5 hours, will you have an extra value? Everyone studies for 5 hours. You give 5.5 hours. That extra 30 minutes is what creates value for yourself. If you do the same thing that everyone does, you have no value. But if you do something what others cannot do, that is what creates a real big mileage and value for yourself. This one question is a classic example of that, friends. The moment you come to this question, first your brain will tell you what? Skip. That time you should change in your mind and tell start counting when it starts paining. Because if others don't do this, you do this. Friends, this one question, how many adjustments we covered? Did you observe that? Raw material requirement. We learned sales budget, production budget, purchase budget, consumption budget, labor budget. After that, working capital requirement, closing stock calculation, debtors based on cost, debtors based on sale value. Then we have more. I only forgot the question here. So many adjustments are there. Am I right? So when you do these kind of questions, you get used to working out heavier problems. Exam hall, when you see easier questions coming in, your brain can actually tolerate them. And let me tell you one more thing, friends. Nothing in life is difficult. Nothing. This question we are doing for the first time. How much time it took you to do it? 1.5 hours, is it? Fantastic. It took us almost 1.5 hours. But there is a theory called as learning curve. You will learn at the CA final level. Learning curve says that how much time it takes you to do for the first time, when you repeat it again, time comes down to almost 60%. That means next time you work out this question, how much time it will take you? Around 45 to 50 minutes. Once again you do it, you can do the same question in hardly 20 minutes of time. Friends, your inter-FM question paper or CA final, I take classes for CA final also. AFM paper, 3 hours. Normally, if all the students write, they take around 3 hours, 3.5 hours to finish it. All right. I do the same answer sheet. I can complete in 1.5 hours the same question paper. Why? I repeat, do it again, again. Last 10 years, this has been my life. So that expertise is required to score maximum marks in any subject. FM, especially because it's a logical paper. Concepts has to get inside your brain. Once concepts are inside, you don't have to learn anything. It will automatically come. Are you clear, friends? So my request to all of you is that some questions will look tough. You will feel like skip, but don't skip those questions. Make sure you do it because those questions will give you extra value. And trust me, if a question like this comes in the exam, 10 people's paper I'm correcting, 9 fellows left. Your paper comes in front of me. You have written it correctly. Imagine the respect I will have for you. I will give you full marks for this question, extra marks for the next question also. Yes or no? Correct or no? That is how the mindset works. Do something unique what others are not able to do it. Are you clear, friends? Shall we now do one final question and pack up our session for today? Yes? No? Yes. You're all tired? Yes. Okay. Will you do this question as homework in that case? So what are the homework questions? One question only, ratio analysis is pending. It's not a very difficult problem. Okay, tell me. Okay, we'll just discuss the conceptual part. Okay. Here they have given you shareholders funds. What do you mean by shareholders funds? Plus reserves. Okay. Then what about GP margin? What is the formula? Divided by sales. What about net profit margin? Divided by sales. What is PBIT to PBT? This is financial leverage. Am I right? Credit sales to total sales is 80%. So that means how much is your cash sales over here? 20%. Everybody clear? Asset turnover ratio. Turnover divided by assets. Okay. Inventory turnover ratio. They have told use sales as turnover, not cost of goods sold. Everybody clear? Average collection period. What is the formula for average collection period? No. How do you? What's the formula for average collection period? Debtors divided by sales into 360 would give you the answer as how many days? 30 days over here. Current ratio, what's the formula? Current asset divided by current liability. Operating expenses directly given as how much? 60,000. Long-term debt to equity, 40. That means 40 is debt and equity will be, no. Debt to equity. So debt divided by equity is equal to 40%. So if equity is 100, Debt is going to be 40. So it is 40 is to 140 is going to be the ratio over here. Taxes they have given you as 0. So once you put it like this, solving becomes very easy. Formula wise, you go solve it and you can just clear it from the exam point of view. All right, friends? Yes. I will now just take 5 more minutes of yours to tell you how to plan your one day before the exam. Now tell me, friends, what are the chapters that you have in Inter FM? Leverages. Oh, wait, I think I should just call it as leverage, not financial, only leverage. Okay, then you have ratios, working capital management. Okay, you have cost of capital also, you have capital structure also, correct? We'll put cost of capital here. I will put capital structure over here. I will put, okay. Investment decisions, again, I'll put it over here, okay. Dividend policy or dividend decisions. Working capital is done. I think all the chapters are covered here. Okay, friends, exam point of view, these chapters give it more importance. Why? Have you learned something called as Pareto analysis? No? ABC analysis? In your costing, what does the Pareto analysis tell you? 70-20-10 rule or 80-20 rule? What is the 80-20 rule? You don't know? Okay, I will tell you. Friends, your 80% of your marks normally comes from 20% of the chapters. Okay, but in CA, it's not 80-20. We can call it as a 60-40 rule. Your 60% marks are going to come from the 40% of the load-driven topics. So that is these areas. All right. Ratio analysis, once you know the ratios, exam, even if you go without study, you should be able to answer it, provided you know the formula for all the ratios. Then it is a skill over there which you need to apply. Leverages is a very, very easy chapter. Only one time last year they gave a deadly question, and that question was actually incorrect also, because we can get multiple answers for the same question. Apart from that, normally leverages are going to be very, very easy. So you have to focus on this, because this chapter will get over in hardly 1 hour. But exam point of view, you're scoring easily 4 to 6 marks over there in that one question. Then comes ratio analysis. Okay. Again, as I told you, just remember the ratios. Then exam, whichever question comes, you will be able to crack it. Suppose by chance you are not able to complete it, even then you will be able to do at least 75% correct for sure. Maybe 1 or 2 ratios you would have got stuck. So out of an 8-mark problem, scoring 6 marks over there is absolutely achievable. It is not at all difficult. All right. Third one is what? Working. This is a little tricky chapter, but it's a very good chapter. Okay. Once you know the concept, how the debtors fund block or factoring, the way I showed you with that Kamal Hassan or whatever example we took over here. Once the logic is clear, exam point of view, it is not very, very difficult. And the question doesn't come the way we did now. Normally, they will only ask for either working capital estimate, that will be a very straightforward problem, or they will ask for inventory driven question or EOQ, square root of 2AB divided by C. Things, easy questions like that only come from working capital, and score wise easily 8 marks scoreable. Okay, what is the next thing over here? Friends, if you know the logic of KE, KD, KP, okay, this chapter is very easy, because you have only redeemable preference shares, irredeemable. Redeemable debt, irredeemable debt. So formula is the same. Debt, you have taxation. Preference share, you don't have taxation. Rest, everything is the same. So you can again score more marks in less time over here. Dividend policy also very easy chapter. So these chapters, if you learn, friends, almost your 70% of FM marks, or I can even put it to an extent of 80%, comes from here along with theory. In the end, you give time for these 2 chapters. Investment decision is easy, but the problem is it's time consuming. Every one question it may take 40 minutes, 45 minutes, etc. So you choose a set of 8 or 9 questions which you work out once, make the adjustments clear. One day before the exam, only read through these questions. All right. So that way, exam hall, this question, how much of you try, maybe you will go wrong. So you can expect a 4 out of 8 marks for this one question. Keep it that way. Capital structure, some people find it okay, but that Modigliani-Miller theory, that KEU, all that is very, very confusing, because same thing they turn around. One place they will go and tell debt plus equity is equal to total. Other place they will tell no, not like that. Total is net operating divided by KO and other one is minus. They will create confusion for the same thing turning around. So that part also, even if you don't, spend too much time here, you can expect a 4 out of 8 for this problem. But these areas, if you do properly, you cover 80% in the limited time. That way you get the best. And friends, if you want to score good marks in the exam, you have to practice. Practice means you have to work out without looking at the answer. Okay. Today we did RTP and we did MTP. So we covered a lot of questions. Ideally, you should sit in an exam atmosphere, write the exam. Doesn't matter whether you pass or you fail. What matters is write the exam without looking at the answer book. 2 hours sit and write. Then you evaluate your paper. That skill majority students lack. If you have that skill also, trust me, easily you will score 10 marks more per paper. Because when you are writing an exam, you are studying. You are not only studying, you are studying in an exact result oriented manner. That is ultimately, that is the objective of studying so much, right? You should go and you should be able to write the exam. And this time you have one more new thing. What is that? MCQ. That's the reason I have created 3 mock exams and 3 MCQs. Please make sure you write these exams. Don't think whether I will pass. Okay, I'm very worried. Let me study for one more week and do. No, write. It's okay if you fail. Write the paper again if you're not cleared. Second time when you write, you will get that marks, and that is when you will know, okay, this is how I'm supposed to score marks in the FM paper. Okay, I hope I have covered all the points. If you have any doubts at any point of time, you can get in touch with me. I will be working along with you. You can note down my number. When I'm installing the app or when you have any doubts, you can always message me on this number. All right, friends. So shall we pack up our session with this now? All the very best. Write your exams well. Any support needed, let me know. Thank you so much. Have a nice time ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much. Somebody asked a doubt how to decide whether it is cost basis or sales basis. Normally take it off sales basis only. Only if the question clearly asks cost, then you go by the cost basis. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Take care.
Sir, just please tell you everyone to stay, sir. I'll just take a group photo.
Is it okay? Everyone, just a minute. Kirtan wants to take a group photo. We'll just take a photo and we'll wind up.